Thank you for joining us on Varsity Media live from Floral Park High School, where it's homecoming and the Knights are set to take on the North Shore Vikings in the opener for both squads. I'm Gavin Shull, here to take you through this maiden journey in the 2019 Long Island football season. Floral Park was 4-4 a season ago. They won 3 of their last 4 games, but have to replace a lot of talent. Star quarterback Mitchell Kozak now at UMBC playing lacrosse. He was second in the county in touchdown passes a year ago. It's going to be Chris Neronis taking over there, a tremendous athlete, extremely aggressive. He was the JV quarterback a year ago and won a three-man quarterback battle to end up with the starting job. A lot of talent at the running back spot as well. A lot of versatility. Dan Padalano, Marco Montreal, Talik Nelson, and Taj Buckner all expected to get carries. Head coach Ron Pickett saying they're just going to ride the hot hand by and large. At receiver Chris Tall, Cam Powell, Anthony Martella, a lot of speed, a lot of size. Not quite as much experience as they had a year ago, but it's a more athletic group defensively. A lot of size, a lot of versatility as well. They expect to play really aggressive, bring a whole lot of pressure. They take on a North Shore side that was just 2-6 a season ago, but was largely comprised of juniors, and the best part about juniors, they eventually become seniors. A lot of experience for the Vikings at this point under Dan Aviagno in his 18th season at North Shore. They've won 3 Big Four championships under Aviagno. And last season was a little bit of a shock for the Vikings. They moved up from Conference 4 to Conference 3. Aviagno thought it weighed on them a little bit mentally. He was going back to last season, and he said if he had to sum it up in one game, is when they took on Lawrence. They fell down by 3 touchdowns right away. They came all the way back, almost won. And Aviagno pulled the team aside and said, look, we can theoretically beat anyone. We just can't beat teams that we spot 3 touchdowns to. They also lost quite a bit of talent off of last year's team, despite, on the whole, being more experienced this time around. Dan Lavati, their all-county quarterback, he's gone. Luke Mara, their star wide receiver, he's out. The new QB in there is James DeSemo. Very strong arm, very technically sound, more of a pocket passer than they've had in the past. There wasn't much of a QB battle. DeSemo was always going to be the guy, but he's relatively inexperienced, didn't get to play until Lavati broke his hand near the end of the year. Lavati now at Hartwick playing football there. Quite a bit of talent at the running back spot. Ryan Murphy's the starter, sort of the breakout explosive runner. Forrest Demetri and Phil LaRosa will also get carries. Demetri will, if he's playing well, probably get a similar workload to Murphy. Wide receiver Max Mara, familiar, named the younger brother of Luke, a little bit less flashy, but very strong possession receiver. Will Scarola comes over from running back, brings some speed, some hands. Jack Ledin, a tough, quick slot back, will round out that group on the offensive line. That's sort of the strength of this team, and certainly the most improved area for Aviagno's squad. Andrew Franco, the starting left tackle, he's their leader, has offers from Williams, Johns Hopkins, and Yale. And he set the tone this offseason in the weight room for that group. Defensively, they're going to run multiple fronts. Nominally going to play with 4 down linemen, but you're going to see a lot of versatility as we are about to get started. Here in Floral Park, Long Island, it'll be North Shore kicking off. And a lot of speed back deep for Floral Park. And just like that, we are underway, taking the return. Or rather, fair catching it that time was Floral Park, so they'll get started with solid field position. And we're going to show you the starting lineup for Floral Park. We told you Chris Neronis at quarterback. Starting at running back, Dan Padalano, also a star lacrosse player for the Knights. Back to take the snap. In the shotgun is Neronis. Handoff to start off the season. Sprinting right is Montreal, and he gets hit down hard. What a big-time start for this Vikings defense. Montreal never really had much of a chance there. And let's take a quick look at the Vikings defense. That got off to that big-time start. Told you Will Scarola, Jack Ledin leading the secondary. It's that defensive front you really want to look at. A whole lot of size between Andrew Franco and everyone they have there. So it'll be second and about 12. And Montreal couldn't hold on to that pass. So a sloppy start offensively for Floral Park. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. This offense is defined by varying tempos, a lot of RPO. But now in 3rd and long, they're going to be pretty predictable. Neronis protected well initially. Now he's under pressure, and he goes down hard. Big-time sack to start off the season. Andrew Franco, the star for the Vikings, picks it up. And that's about as good of a start as it could get for Dan Agavino and this North Shore side. And nightmarish in turn for Chris Neronis and the Knights. Neronis, we mentioned, excellent speed, but never got a chance to show it off there. Was looking to pass on 3rd and long and took a lot of heat. That punt doesn't go very far, just past the 1st down marker, and it'll be excellent field position to start off the day for the North Shore offense. So we'll take a quick break and show you the starters here for North Shore offensively. We mentioned a new quarterback. It's James DeSimon, traditional pocket passer. 3 solid wide receivers. Name to watch out for there is Will Scarola, who excelled at running back a year ago. He moves over. Veteran offensive lineman. And we'll see if they can do a better job of protecting their quarterback than Floral Park did. Officials slow things down for the moment. Now we're ready to get underway. DeSemo in the shotgun to start off his year. Fakes the jet sweep. Instead, it's a give right side. And a quick tackle as Floral Park looks to answer the bell defensively. Looked to be Kyle Ring, the star defensive tackle, probably the most notable name on the defensive line for Floral Park, picking that one up. So now they fake it wide, trying to find some room up the middle is DeSemo again. Not a spectacular runner, but that's a big part of this offense. The offense is led by Bill Madigan as the offensive coordinator. Played at New Hyde Park and then Georgia Tech as an offensive lineman about a decade ago. Installed a high-tempo spread that's become increasingly common on Long Island and in high school football throughout the country. So big 3rd down here, trying to convert it. First down in the game on the way. Oh, and a big catch, and he's able to stay on his feet, running it down. Jack Ledin for the touchdown. What a ridiculous play by Ledin. Tipped it up to himself. It was a pure jump ball, and just like that, North Shore jumps on the Knights of Floral Park. Oh, and they're going to say looks like they're going for 2. Little jump pass, doesn't work. Interesting decision by the North Shore coaching staff. Aggressive that time. And it's a 6-0 lead. We'll take a look at that replay here. Pure jump ball situation and just awesome stuff from Ledin. So we'll take a quick break here on Varsity Media. Early lead for the North Shore Vikings over the Floral Park Knights. Back to action here at Floral Park High School. It's an early 6-0 lead for the visitors. I'm Gavin Schell here with you on Varsity Media. Floral Park offense, a little extra pressure to get things going. Started off excellently defensively, giving up 1 yard on the first 2 downs. And then Ledin absolutely took over. So it's probably going to be a short return here. And a big-time truck that time on the kickoff return by Dan Pantalano, the lacrosse star, and the starting running back. Brings quite a bit of power to the table. It's a big theme on Long Island. All the lacrosse stars also tend to be the best football players. It's funny how that works. 2 running back set. This will be common for Floral Park. Neuronis give right. Pantalano working that way and able to get about halfway to a first down. Pantalano, 22 points playing lacrosse a year ago. Led the team in rushing touchdowns, and tackles. Just an all-around stud for Ron Pickett's squad. Fake it to him this time, and they go wide. And nothing doing there for the wideout, Drew Stabinski. Just shut right down. So that'll bring up 3rd and short, just about 4 to go for Floral Park. Trying to pick up their first down of the season. Sprinting left is Neuronis. He tries to dive for it, and it looks like he just did clear a first down. Neuronis was hesitant, but an excellent job on the run. Flag behind the play, a hold. So send that one right back. Quarterback's heroics wiped off the board, and it'll be a 3rd and long here for Floral Park, who just can't get into any kind of rhythm in the opening minutes of this one. 8:15 left to go in the first quarter. So it's 3rd and 20 after the penalty. Neuronis deep in the shotgun. Remember, he was sacked on 3rd down last time around. Neuronis under pressure again. They try a screen. Get it to Pantalano. Pantalano sprinting. Another flag down, but he'll keep going down the left sideline. In the meantime, nobody tackling him yet. All the way past the 35, but this one probably will be going back. Pantalano had a blockade ahead of him. A lot of room, and the powerful back made the most of it, but you see the offense already trudging back. It's going to be 3rd and even longer as Floral Park cannot seem to get out of their own way. So Floral Park pushed all the way back to about the 22. Making this a 3rd and about 30. Excuse me, they were all the way back at the 12. 17 rather, 25. Bad math on my part and the scoreboard, but that one goes nowhere on the little draw up the middle. So again comes on the special teams for Floral Park. Thomas Curcio is the kicker, a soccer guy, has a tremendous leg, considered a big weapon for this Floral Park side, and he gets all of that one as North Shore clears out, just letting it bounce in front of him. Was Aiden Mandel, and they'll have an opportunity to extend this lead to 2 touchdowns.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
North Shore comes back out on the field again. They're confident this is going to be a significantly different season. Losing no longer acceptable for the North Shore Vikings with all the experience they have, and a nice run up the right side by their QB, DeSimone, excuse me. Again, DeSimone, more of a traditional pocket passer than what they've had in the past, but that doesn't mean he can't run a little bit. And Aviagno certainly didn't want to remove the quarterback run game from the offense. It was highly effective over the last couple of years. Dan Lavati, more of a true dual threat, as Aviagno's out to consult with the officials. Right now it's looking at 2nd and about an inch. They're going to measure it. Now they move the ball back. Should be 2nd and about 6. DeSimone in the shotgun, no one flanking him this side. 3 wide, and he misses on the snap, forced to recover, tries to make something of it. Now he's running the other way. DeSimone, nothing doing though. He'll go down hard. Tackled that time by Pat Driscoll. Couldn't find his way through a sea of red. So 3rd and about 15. And a flag comes flying in. Might have been a quick start that time for North Shore. Oh, instead it's a false start against Floral Park, so North Shore will catch a little bit of a break. It'll be 3rd and a little bit more manageable. Or excuse me, still 2nd down, 2nd and about 7 is the official word. 2 receivers on either side for DeSimone. Jet sweep, looking for room, not finding much of it that time. Was Will Scarola. Again, Scarola playing sort of a hybrid position, was a receiver, was a running back last year. Nominally a receiver this season, but he's going to get the ball in jet sweep situations quite a bit. So it's 3rd and 7 right around midfield. DeSimone sends a man in motion. Now he goes the other way. Looking across, finding his target. Speeding is Scarola, left sideline. He'll pick up about 25. 3rd downs have been magic so far for the North Shore Vikings. 2 for 2. They get a touchdown to Jack Ledin the first time around. Now Will Scarola, the other star receiver, gets in the mix and picks up a good chunk. North Shore looking to go fast. Scarola with Forrest Demetri behind him. Give is to Demetri, who will run right into the defensive line of the Knights. Looked like he got bodied that time by Carter Thomas. He's also a star center for Floral Park. So interesting set 2 in the backfield here. Looking left end zone, anticipatory pass and just a little bit out of the reach that time of his intended target, Jack Ledin, who was hoping to pick up his 2nd touchdown. Ball placement, though, nearly picture perfect that time for DeSimone. Jet sweep this time, not able to get much either. Excellent positioning defensively from Padalano. So that'll bring up 4th and 8. And a decision for Dan Agavino. DeSimone, 4 wide, man in motion. He'll fake the sweep. Man in his face, forced to just toss it up. And a big time stop for Floral Park. Their offense will jog back out. And we'll take a quick break here on Varsity Media. Hope you had time to miss us. We're right back to action. And it's more of the same for the Floral Park Knights. Again, losing ground in the backfield, that time picking up the sack. A couple bodies in there, but looked to be Ryan Murphy getting in and finishing off the tackle. So slow start for Chris Neuronis continues. And now some running room for Neuronis, but again, hit down hard. Flag comes on, so we'll let you know what that is. We're reaching the final 3.5 minutes of quarter number 1. North Shore's defense continues to stifle any bit of ingenuity that Ron Pickett can dream up for this offense. So Floral Park will be sent back a couple of yards. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Neurosis. And again, just not able to provide any protection. That might have been a safety. sprinting in was Andrew Franco, who had the big sack to open this game. And now he'll leave this Floral Park offense on the ledge of their own end zone. So a whole lot of work for Neuronsis to do. 3rd and 17. They've just lost the battle again and again and again with this impressive defensive line. The part of his team that, talking to Dan Agavino, he was probably most excited about. Quick pass over the middle, too tall that time. Intended target was Drew Stabinski. Just went right over his head. So they'll need another great punt from Curcio to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Agavino noted that Franco and Aiden Mandel, both at least 6'2", as strong as anyone in the conference, extremely quick. And he thought they had a chance to give this North Shore offensive line fits. Snap over the top of the head of Curcio. And that'll mean a safety, so an 8-0 lead. And we'll take a quick break here on Varsity Media. Back to action, North Shore Vikings in complete control here at Floral Park. We're doing a little research pregame, trying to see if Knights and Vikings ever matched up historically. Not specifically on Long Island, just throughout the history of human existence. It turns out, according to an answer on Quora, which is an extraordinarily reliable source, when the Normans invaded Ireland back in 1171, that was a while ago, I'm not even sure if my grandparents were around at that point, the main cities of Ireland were primarily comprised of Vikings, and one of the first things the Normans did was to assault the Danish city of Waterford. 200 knights and 1,000 foot soldiers attacked the city, and they straight up dominated the Vikings. And we've had the exact opposite so far. So a little bit of revenge nearly 1,000 years later for the Vikings against the Knights. Is Floral Park about to kick it off here. Try and shift that narrative a little bit. Jack Ledin was trying to chase that down to return it. Instead, the ball dribbles out of play. So it'll be another excellent start for North Shore after the penalty. As they get their start on the 45. Combination of Ledin and Scarola has proven to be quite the challenge for Floral Park in this first quarter. You would think the one benefit of the safety would be less favorable field position, and still might be a slightly more advantageous for Floral Park than it would have been punting out of their end zone, but probably not enough to justify the 2 points. Give right up the middle, little spin move and a dive down for about 3 or 4 yards that time for Ryan Murphy. Or excuse me, that time on the carry it was Forrest Dimitri rather. Wearing number 29 today. So looking, firing, oh, and an interception, diving to the ground to go get it that time. was Kevin Russell. Much needed play for Floral Park. Simon couldn't quite fit that ball into it. It was a tight window. Let's take a look at the replay. Simon, the intended target was Scarola. Didn't necessarily manipulate the defense with his eyes at all, and a really ambitious pass about 25 yards to the sideline. And Russell was right there to snag it. So now an opportunity for North Shore. Still a one-possession game despite getting thoroughly dominated throughout this first quarter. Padalano finds some room up the middle and bullies his way to a first down. It's worth noting Padalano, along with star center Carter Thomas and a couple others on this Floral Park team, have been dealing with a virus throughout the week. It's a big concern for Ron Pickett, hoping it wouldn't affect them too much, hoping they'd be fully recovered by the start of this game, and that could be partially to explain for the slow start as they go wide. Ball put on the ground that time. It was fumbled by Talik Nelson, getting the first carry that we've noted, and North Shore gives away any momentum they had right off the bat. So 3 plays and 4 plays, actually, if you count the first down, and essentially nothing happens. Starting on the 45 once again will be North Shore. It's a couple twists and turns, and we take a quick break here on Varsity Media. North Shore ball when we come back. North Shore, or rather Floral or North Shore, operating out of the shotgun and a tackle wide. Good chase down that time for North Shore. Kevin Russell, back-to-back excellent defensive plays, though he's probably a little bit frustrated his interception didn't end up meaning more. Simon worked almost entirely out of the shotgun. Nice little shimmy there from Dimitri, but didn't get him much. Again, third down has been the time of the day for James DeSimon. 2 for 2, about 65 yards and a touchdown on his first 2 third down attempts. Obviously not able to convert on 3rd and 4th in the red zone last time around. DeSimon. Officials blow it dead right away. False start will send him back 5 yards. Aviagno gave a little shrug like, what are you guys doing? Again, DeSimon didn't get a whole lot of experience. He, last season and I guess throughout his high school career, didn't even get to play until Dan Levati broke his hand. Simon is a senior, though, and has been in this program a while. 5'10", 160 pounds. And a big play to make here, 3rd and 13. Under pressure, now loses the football. Diving on it to recover was his offensive lineman, Andrew Franco. Avoiding disaster, or at least total disaster there, was North Shore. But back-to-back possessions, this Floral Park defense has stepped up. So it'll be on the leg of Louis Lavenda, a punter and a defensive lineman, when we come back on Varsity Media. 4th and 21, Lavenda on to punt here at Floral Park High School as the second quarter gets underway. Again, I'm Gavin Shull here with you on Varsity Media. Best of Long Island High School football, best of New York football on Varsity Media all season long. So that one bounces down inside the 20, so an excellent initial punt for Lavenda on the season. And it's on the Floral Park offense to get going here. Chris Neronsis was the JV quarterback a year ago, obviously. Just another level of play to adjust to. He got the first quarter jitters out of the way. We'll see how he does here. Give to Patalano. Stood up in the hole that time by Franco. Andrew Franco's having himself a heck of a game. The 6'2", 230-pound senior. Told you best offer for him is from Yale. So a high academic kid as well, also considering Williams and Johns Hopkins. Nerone says 2nd and 8. Little trickeration in the backfield, a lot of moving parts. And a nice burst that time from Cameron Powell, the wide receiver taking the carry. Good force on the end of it. But, again, didn't gain a whole lot of real estate. It's going to be about a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 here. Generous enough to give them a 3rd and 5 are the officials. Rones, interesting look on this right side. 2 receivers stacked for Ron Pickett. And this Floral Park side. Give up the middle. Patalano searching. Franco's going to help take him down, along with a cadre of Knights. Floral Park over a quarter into this game. Still looking to pick up their second first down. Punting is Drew Stabinski. That's a high arcer, but no distance on it. Barely going to go 10 yards. Diving and stopping it to make things prevent things from being worse was number 8, Marco Montreal. So we'll take a quick break on Varsity Media. Again, excellent field position for North Shore when we come back.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
North Shore trying to extend a 8-point lead in the opening minutes of quarter number 2 and spoil homecoming for this Floral Park side. Fake, and it's going to be DeSimone trying to take it up the middle, but Floral Park had just about their entire defense there waiting for him. Simone calls for motion. 2 fakes, and that one took way too long to develop. Big number 41 on the defensive line for Floral Park, Kyle Ring. Incredibly difficult to block and finally giving this home crowd something to cheer about. Since that just ridiculous touchdown by Ledin to open things up this
Floral Park defense certainly hasn't been bad. They've been dealt an unfair hand in terms of field position all game long, but they force a 3rd and 15 here. DeSimone looking downfield all the time in the world. Instead, he'll go short. Speeding left side, trying to fight his way for a first down was Ledin, but stopped a little bit short. Sets up North Shore for a very manageable 4th and about 4. And you gotta love the decision from DeSimone there not to try and force something down the field. Instead, he just took his outlet and let in and let the speedy junior do the rest. Ledin standing at just 5'9", but a whole lot of athleticism, a lot of hops, and excellent hands. So we'll send it to break here on Varsity Media. 4th down coming up next after the timeout from North Shore. Fourth and 4, the official listing on this down for North Shore. You got to figure they're going to continue to try to find a way to get Jack Ledin the football, along with Andrew Franco on the other side. He's been the star for North Shore in the early going, just a ridiculous leaping touchdown catch. And then that beautiful catch and run on 3rd down to give the Vikings a chance here. Ryan Murphy in the backfield alongside DeSimone. Delayed play. DeSimone now running for his life. Looking, firing behind his intended target. It was indeed Jack Ledin, who was wide open, but an excellent pursuit that time from the defensive line of the Knights. And they'll get this ball right back in what's been a defensive affair so far at Floral Park High School. North Shore, the 11th seeded team in Nassau County. Floral Park, the 12th, both operating in Conference 3. Conference is predetermined by enrollment in each school. Jump ball, his receiver wasn't even looking for it that time, as Neuronsis continues to struggle. A little absent-minded there from Anthony Martella. Never looking back. Obviously hard to tell who that was on exactly. Wrong route or misrecognition from Neuronsis. Neuronsis, and they blow it dead. Looks like, at least by the indications from the North Shore defense, they are slightly biased. A false start, though. This time they're correct in their opinion. Substitution on the defensive line will send big Daniel Romano in there. The biggest guy on the team at 245 pounds, 5'11". Comes on in short yardage and run-stopping situations. 2nd and 15. 8:17 to go in the second quarter. Again, you're tuning into the Varsity Media Sports Network. Neronsis has to get it out quick. Threw that one up for grabs, and it plunked right off the face mask of Marco Montreal that time. Montreal came up to varsity a year ago from JV as an underclassman. Had a couple of touchdowns. They really liked what he could bring to the table. He's lined up in the left slot right now, tasked with playing a much more significant role this season. False start again. The offensive line got moving a little too fast that time. And we'll set Neronsis and this offense back another 5 yards. 3rd and 20 now for the Knights. Timeout taken by Floral Park. They have a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get corrected. 3rd and forever when we come back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Back to action. Varsity Media Saturday football, our maiden voyage of this 2019 season. North Shore an 8-0 lead over Floral Park in this battle of Nassau County teams. Neither side was spectacular a year ago, though certainly a better season overall for Floral Park. Finished 4-4. Won 3 of their last 4 games, 4 of their last 6 after starting off 0-2. Very frustrating year, at least initially, for Floral Park. They blew a 20-6 lead against Lynbrook, who eventually went on to make the Final Four. Neronsis is going deep. This time, desperation throw, and it's picked off. Good bit of defending from who else? Jack Ledin, who now has a touchdown and a pick to his name. And we still have 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll take a quick look at the replay. Just pure desperation from Neronsis, who hasn't had a single thing go right in this one. And just about as easy of a pick as you'll get if you're Jack Ledin. Jack Ledin, one of the quicker players on this North Shore team, but not necessarily expected to be their go-to guy offensively. Ooh, and a vicious hit in the backfield that time. It's Patalano getting in and laying the wood on DeSimone. As the Floral Park defense continues to completely outperform their offense. Setting up 2nd and 12 for DeSimone. Fakes the carry, looking right, and put a little bit too much juice on that one. Aiden Mandel, the 6'4" junior wideout, unable to corral it. Third and 12 for Floral Park. Ledin with 3 receivers to his left. Looks that way, has a man, instead goes back over the middle late, and that could have been picked off twice. Marco Montreal was initially there, and Patalano was in the vicinity as well. So another punt on the docket. Sending it will be Lavenda. And that's a pretty blatant false start for the defense. Jumping for Floral Park that time was Kyle Ring. And that'll make Lavenda's job a bit easier. Maybe set up our first punt return of this game. Bounce right into the end zone. North Shore came close to stopping it. Instead, it'll be relatively solid field position given how this has gone for Floral Park. So they'll get it on their own 25. And we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. DeSimone flanked by two running backs, a fullback in there as well. And DeSimone will use it. Good job reading his blocks, and he'll get halfway to a first down. DeSimone shown a little bit more speed, a little bit more toughness running than you'd probably expect. Again, didn't really know what to expect from DeSimone, but a guy who has significantly more experience than his counterpart in Aronsis. And it's showing in the early going of this one. Just a little bit more stable, a little bit more on point. Has made some big throws while Aronsis hasn't even come close. And Padalano picks up a first down there. First and 10 now at the 32. Talking to Dan Agavino before the game, he mentioned they're going to run a lot of two-back looks. And continuing that trend here, Ron Pickett. There's a little more room for Padalano there. And you figure if Floral Park is going to get things going, it's going to have to be on the ground. Their passing attack has just not quite had it. Outsized on the offensive line, and this time it shows up. Dragged all the way back that time was Montreal. A lot of big bodies in there, particularly Lorenzo Rice in the junior linebacker, who has college size at that position, 6'1", 215 pounds. It's a big defense for North Shore across the board. And it gives you an idea how Agavino was able to win a couple of county titles. North Shore gets good athletes and big athletes. That one nearly picked off again, a jump ball. That was pretty unnecessary to have that kind of height on it, the intended target being Chris Tall. And ironically enough, given his last name, a little bit too big for him. Fourth and 10, so Stabinski out to punt again. Two returners back. Stabinski, a good job to catch it. Flag on the field. Punt goes nowhere. Shot straight into the hands of Ryson, who ran it the 5 yards back to the 34. Special teams, nearly as much as the offense, has plagued this Floral Park side. They gave up a safety on the high snap in their own end zone. And now the punt only goes about 5-6 yards. So penalty presumably went against Floral Park, and it'll be declined by North Shore. And they will start off on the 34. Michael Russo lined up far left, near side of your screen. But instead of give up the middle, and they clear a massive hole that time for Forrest Dimitri. Went right down Main Street for a first down. A lot of speed now for North Shore. They've gone full hurry up. Dimitri again up the middle again. Plenty of room to run. Andrew Franco, Lorenzo Ryson, Chris Damphouse, Izzy Lerman, Anthony Caprella doing work, clearing room on the offensive line. We'll take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. North Shore is rolling. First and 10 at about, second and 3 at the 17 here for North Shore. Fake, quarterback keeper stopped early. Again, Padalano, who has been one of the few bright spots for Floral Park on both sides of the football, coming in and stymieing DeSimone. Third and 3, North Shore yet to throw a pass on this drive. It's been run, 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 run. DeSimone, and they continue to go up the middle, this time with Murphy breaking tackles and going down inside the 10. Murphy, nominally the number one running back in this committee. A lot of speed, certainly the most explosive option. Dimitri, the power back, LaRosa, the third choice. Going to ride the hot hand, and they don't get much there. In on the tackle that time, Stabinski and Kevin Russell, who's made play after play after play for Floral Park on the defensive side of the ball. Murphy will check out. Dimitri will come on. Fake up the middle on the jet sweep. Oh no, they go up the middle. And Dimitri shut down that time by Kyle Ring, who jumped early on the previous punt, but outside of that has been excellent on the interior of the line for North Shore. That'll set up another third down where North Shore has made hay this entire game. Take third downs out of the equation. This game's been pretty close to even. So Michael Russo, the receiver on the right. Scarola and Ledin on the other side. Looking that way is DeSimone. Instead he goes to his running back, Dimitri, spinning down inside the 3. And that'll bring up fourth and very short. And Agavino has shown no inclination to kick a field goal yet. It'll be Floral Park taking a timeout. So it'll be a little bit of extra time to decide for Dan Agavino. Fourth down and very short coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So it's 4th and 2. They, being North Shore, could technically get a first down, but so close to the end zone, might as well score. Or perhaps it is 4th and goal, and it's just listed that way here. It appears to be the situation. So do or die on the drive for North Shore. Floral Park needs a stop to stay in this game. Jet sweep going right, cutting in, touchdown, Will Scarola. North Shore continues to assert control of this one, now up by 14 with under 2 minutes to go until the half. And let's take a look at that replay. Scarola on the jet sweep. No, we're going to keep it right here for the extra point. We'll check that out later. Scarola, excellent job getting it on the sweep. And he was forced to cut back. Didn't necessarily have an initial path to the end zone, but was just able to jump cut inside and pick up that tutty. It'll be Jackson Cooperman to kick the extra point. And he'll put it through. 15-0, the lead for North Shore as Cooperman converts on his first attempt. Now let's take a look at that replay. So Scarola coming in motion right before the snap. Perfectly timed. You see he stopped, cuts back in, tackled by the ankle, but enough momentum at that point to just fall into the end zone. Worth noting in regards to Jackson Cooperman, talking to Dan Agavino on Thursday, he wasn't sure who his starting kicker was going to be. He was just listing off the starters, got the kicker, and he said, you know what, TBD on that one. We'll let you know. You'll see who jogs out there. And it was Cooperman, and he did an excellent job on his initial attempt of this 2019 season. So 15-0 the advantage for North Shore as we take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Set to kick it off is Max Mera, so Agavino going with a couple of different options in regards to kicking roles. We've seen one kickoff guy and then a different extra point man. So accuracy versus power. Mera trying to send this one deep. Gets it just past the 25. Searching for room on the return is Stabinski. Finding it right. Stabinski speeding to the edge and getting near field. Electrifying the Floral Park crowd, and they absolutely needed at this point. Agavino absolutely furious, or perhaps one of his assistants. It looks like Agavino, who just chucked his headset, presumably calling for a hold on the play. The official is trying to cool him down. Agavino volcanic at the lack of flag there. And perhaps the possession of the afternoon for Floral Park here. 1:44 to go in the half, as their offenses rarely cross midfield. Naronsis continues to stare down that big defensive line. Easy pass for him here. And maybe that builds a little bit of momentum, even if it only gains a couple of yards, as Stabinski works his way near midfield. Clock ticking under 90 now. It's going to continue to run. Neronsis. Lob, and it's caught. There's Martella sprinting into opposing territory. Chris Tall on the catch that time. Neronsis has had a tendency to throw high all game. Fortunately, Tall, number 88, well equipped to handle it at 6'1". Neronsis again looking right, trying to throw quickly, nearly had it picked off. Inches away from snagging that one was Ryan Murphy. Intended target was Cameron Powell. Just poor vision that time from Neronsis. It looked like if he had thrown that a little bit further wide, he actually had his man in Anthony Martella open. The good news for Floral Park is that stops the clock. 2nd and 10 on the 33. 62 seconds until halftime. Neronsis looking right, throwing that way, has a man wide open. Oh, and he dropped it at the very last second. A flub that time from Lenny Scarola, the senior wideout. Nullifying what was pretty easily the best pass of the day from Neronsis. Still trailing by 15 is Floral Park. They absolutely needed that one. Third and 10 now at the 33. Neronsis looking down the middle, throwing down the middle, and that one just a bit too tall for his intended target, Montreal. The intended target on the pass there was, or the previous play was Taj Buckner. Got my teams mixed up. So I apologize for the blasphemy against Lenny Scarola. Buckner couldn't catch it. 4th and 10. And on the 35, no reason for Floral Park not to go for it. Neronsis with a couple of men in motion. Looking down the middle, lobs it high, and it's picked off by Murphy, who searches for room down the right sideline. Murphy forced out. But that interception should solidify the shutout in half number 1, as Floral Park unable to take advantage of their best offensive possession of the day. Taj Buckner couldn't keep his hands on that pass down the middle. So it'll be interesting to see here if North Shore is content to sit on their lead, take a kneel, let this clock tick away. Seems to be what they're going to do, up by 15. Little conservative from Dan Agavino, but you can't blame him. A dream start to the season for his defense. His offense twice stepped up to score touchdowns. The first on a bomb to Jack Ledin. Second, an excellent run on 4th and 2 from Will Scarola. And the homecoming for Floral Park spoiled at least for a half. They will have another 24 minutes to make up for it here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 15-0 is the lead for North Shore. As we head to a break, we'll be back in right around 15 minutes.
Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Why no water, that's the sign of baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
Thank you for joining us back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Halftime here of this matchup between North Shore and Floral Park in the first game for both teams of this season. We've got a whole lot of football for you all season long. Had an excellent one this Friday night, a big win for Southside if memory serves. And we'll have at least a game for you every single week here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, so stay tuned for that. Follow our YouTube channel because remember we are broadcasting Long Island sports all throughout the year and all throughout the week. Volleyball, soccer, little floor hockey, I believe, and of course lacrosse during the spring. That's what I'm most excited for. But right now in the heart of football season, North Shore Floral Park should be a good second half, and we'll bring it to you next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages. Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
Welcome back to the Varsity Media Sports Network as the third quarter is just about 2 minutes away from getting underway. Gavin Shaw here with you. Shout out to everyone listening. We're scrolling through the old comment section at halftime. A couple of former stars on either team checking the game out. Mentioned Mitchell Kozak, now at UMBC, playing lacrosse, so he was commenting. So shout out to you, Mitch. Thanks for watching. Michael Matic, star wide receiver a year ago, a candidate for the Pizzarelli Award, now playing wideout at Western Connecticut. So it was a lot of talent that this Floral Park side lost off of last year's team, and it's shown throughout the early going of this one, particularly on the offensive side of the football. Obviously unable to put any points on the board. Had a prime opportunity, finally built a little bit of momentum, positive energy near the end of that first half. We're driving down the field, and Taj Buckner dropped what would have been a sure touchdown. Certainly the pass of the day for Chris Neuronis. Chris Neuronis. He's butchering his name throughout the first half, so apologize to Chris and any family members of his that are watching. The veteran quarterback played junior varsity a year ago. This obviously his first game at the next level, and certainly showed in that first half. We were talking a little bit about it during the break off camera. Neuronis, still just a sophomore, so doesn't have a whole lot of experience and just didn't quite seem comfortable yet. Again, he won a 3-quarterback battle to get the starting job. And you wonder, depending on how close that battle was, if we maybe see one of the backups get an opportunity early in the second half if Neuronis continues to struggle. Which Drew Stubinski would be the first guy in off the bench who we've seen work as a punter and receiver so far in this game. So it's Floral Park to kick off as North Shore will have an initial opportunity to extend their advantage to 3 possessions. Been an overcast day. That continues. Weather conditions outside of that are picture perfect, right around 65 degrees. Beautiful kick down center, and it'll go for a touchback. So solid field position for North Shore as their new quarterback jogs back out onto the field. DeSimone, an excellent first half for the 5'10", 160-pound senior. Touchdown scored by whose two main targets, Jack Ledin, on what amounted to about a 65-yard catch and run. Caught a jump ball. Defender missed the tackle, ran right in, and then Will Scarola scoring on a 4th and goal from the 2 on a jet sweep. And confusion on the North Shore side, absolutely what they didn't want to open this second half. And an early timeout, so 4 seconds in the half, number 2. We take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Out of the shotgun as he's been all day. North Shore crowding the line, as is Floral Park. And the vanilla run up the middle from Philip LaRosa gains about 3 yards to set up 2nd and 7. Kyle Ring again in on the tackle. It's hard to criticize the performance from this Floral Park defense. Obviously, they were far from perfect in the first half, but consistently put into bad position by their offense. Done a good job standing up overall. Ring and Padalano have been players, but this certainly not what they want. Powerful move, and LaRosa, the 3rd-string running back, opens the second half with some heat, advancing that one all the way near midfield. LaRosa just carried a defender that time. He's sort of the bulldozer power back. And he'll get it again here. Padalano, the running back, his counterpart for Floral Park, taking him down. Little RB on RB violence there. Ryan Murphy forced to Metry, the number 1 and 2 backers. Certainly made their mark in half number 1 as LaRosa heads to the bench. Murphy's on now. Second and 10 at the 44. 2 receivers right, 1 left. DeSimone give to Murphy. Murphy some space, tripped up. If not, he might have still been running. Had quite a bit of room, and LaRosa made the shoestring tackle, or excuse me, Padalano made the shoestring tackle to stall him. Forced to Metry, the 3rd running back, in on this possession. Standing directly in back of Padalano here. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Give to him. And he'll get close to first down yardage. He was stopped that time by Pat Driscoll on the tackle. Pat Driscoll committed to Catholic University, at least an offer from Catholic University, along with Ring, their best run defender. So that brings up a 4th and 2. Nearly drawing it offside, and they do. The hard count for DeSimone works, as you see a little fist bump from him. To me, that's been the story of this game, the difference in experience between these two first-year starters at quarterback. DeSimone, his first game, but savvy enough to manipulate a defense with the hard count and has made the big passes when it's counted. Neuronis on the other end has struggled with his accuracy, decision-making. And all that being said, one more catch, and this could still be a close game, and that was an odd play. DeSimone essentially sacked by Murphy, who tripped him up trying to speed by him to present an outlet for his quarterback, and he did the opposite. So a little bit of a break for the Floral Park defense there. DeSimone with his top two targets on his right side. Give to Murphy, using his blockers, nifty, finding some room on the right side and down at the 40. Beautiful vision that time by Ryan Murphy, and a nice job redirecting. So a lot of room this time for DeSimone. He'll take a deep shot left side. Prime position to be picked it is. Floral Park coming back with it. Still running right side. Now he goes down. Interception that time for number 18 in the secondary. It was Jack Nolan. Let's take a look at that replay. Total prayer from DeSimone. I was just singing his praises. And Nolan was right there to get it. Prime position. That ball has to be on the left shoulder of DeSimone's intended target. Instead, it was lofted essentially right down the middle. Nolan, perfect position to snag it in Floral Park. A little bit of momentum to open up this second half. And we'll see if at halftime did anything to calm down Chris Neuronis, or more so maybe if he's adjusted to the speed of a varsity level defense. Neuronis with the give. Patalano, nothing doing. Andrew Franco, a star in half number one, continues that performance. Had a big third down sack on the game's opening drive. And shows Patalano he's still a force to be reckoned with there. This time Patalano left side, whole lot of room, takes a hit, stays on his feet, and able to just pick up a first down on a 2nd and 13. Patalano led them in rushing yards, touchdowns, and tackles a year ago. An all-around stud for Ron Pickett's side. Give up the middle, doesn't go far. On the run that time, it was Taj Buckner who had that big drop in the first half. The fourth running back also plays some wide out. Buckner is the shifty scat back of the group. Really quick on his feet, can make you miss in the hole. It's 4 different running backs that Ron Pickett plays. Now you get to see Talik Nelson try and do some work. Perhaps the speediest of the bunch, but didn't have any time to get up to speed there as he was taken down quickly. 3rd and long for Floral Park, and again, it'll be on the shoulders of Neuronis. Neuronis flanked by Taj Buckner to his right. 4 receivers out there. Man in motion is Stabinski. They throw it long, intercepted. Sprinting back with it is North Shore. All the way down to the 25 goes Max Mara. Luca Mara's younger brother makes his first big play of the day. So 2nd interception thrown by Neuronis. Back-to-back picks for either side. We've seen Floral Park do that twice in this game. They pick up a turnover and immediately respond with one of their own. 1st and 10 at the 25 coming up for Floral Park, for North Shore right now. And DeSimone, a prime opportunity to quickly rectify his mistake on the last drive. DeSimone sends a man in motion. Running with it is Ledin. A whole lot of room and a touchdown for Jack Ledin. Just like that, 21 zip in favor of the Vikings. Jack Ledin, his 2nd of the day, scored on the game's opening possession on a pass down the right sideline. And now he shows off his versatility, putting one in on the jet sweep from 25 out. With that, I believe Ledin either just went over or is quickly approaching 100 all-purpose yards on the game. On the extra point attempt, it'll be Jackson Cooperman looking to go 2 for 2 on the day, and he puts that one in with relative ease. 22-0, and let's get a look at that replay. Ledin just moving at a different speed than everyone else on the field, and you got to give credit to the outside wide receivers. Picture-perfect blocking there. He wasn't touched. And North Shore continues to assert their dominance, up by 22. It was a 2-touchdown game a year ago. North Shore trying to make it look worse this time around. 5:16 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
Back to action here at Floral Park High School. Suffice to say, up to this point, their homecoming has been sullied by the excellent performance from the North Shore Vikings. Picked up an interception to start the half. Looked like they had a chance to get right back in this game. And then their sophomore starter, Chris Neuronis, threw it away. On the return, here comes Stabinski. Approaches the 35. As Neuronis will jog out for another opportunity. And North Shore will look to continue what has been a dominant defensive performance. That defensive line for the Vikings. Dan Agavino expected it to be the strength of their defense, perhaps the strength of their entire team. They have controlled this game at the line of scrimmage, and that time, right when you start singing praises, it's usually how it goes. They jump off sides. Typical. It's Andrew Franco, Aiden Mandel, number 60, Jack Papelcure. Franco's been the most dominant of the group, but a whole lot of balance throughout, and when you can't totally protect, it places an even greater premium on having an experienced mobile quarterback, and that has not been Neuronis so far throughout this one. Zolt coming in, he's incredibly athletic kid, just haven't had a chance to see it, and frankly that's no fault of his own. Just hasn't had a whole lot of time to get running. Catalano will go down after about a gain of 2 or 3 there. Able to pick up the first down. I know Neuronis has struggled quite a bit, but you'd almost like to see Floral Park take a shot in that situation. 2nd and 2. Haven't had the advantage of favorable down and distance nearly the entire game. Down by 22 at this point. Just over 16 and a half minutes left in this one to make up for it. Neuronis fakes the give, goes right now. Here's the speed we were told about. Neuronis makes a move, gains about 13. And that was the play of the day for the young quarterback for the Floral Park Knights. Band gets a little opportunity to play. Fans crack their eyes open a little bit. Maybe that's exactly what Floral Park needed. So they give up the middle. Catalano makes a man miss in the hole. Dodges a tackle there, stays on his feet. Catalano still going all the way down to the 21. Big boy run that time from Catalano, and North Shore enters the red zone, or at least approaches it. I believe for the first time all game. So we'll call it 2 yards out from their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 22. Four wideouts out there. Neuronis flanked by Catalano to his left. Neuronis delayed handoff. Catalano, easy first down, and there it is. First time all season you can say it, the Floral Park Knights are in the red zone. They've been waiting for this drive all game. They finally get their young quarterback, Chris Neuronis, in some space. He's able to take advantage. And that sets up a Marshawn Lisk-esque jaunt from Dan Catalano. He's built like a tank. And flag comes in, not quite sure what it is. Didn't really see any movement quite yet. Looks like it's probably going to be against Floral Park as Ron Pickett comes out to protest. Pickett in his 3rd year with the school, spent 2 years at Cary and coached at New Hyde Park for 9 seasons, came to Floral Park just, as I mentioned a second ago, 3 seasons ago. So an illegal substitution against Floral Park when they could ill afford it pushes them back to the 24. First down marker right around the 11. 1st and 15. Catalano again doing work, powering forward, breaking tackles, and he's back inside the 20. Dan Catalano has flashed some newfound power in this second half. He's running angry. And the offensive line finally creating a little bit of room, led by Patrick Driscoll and Carter Thomas. That one missed. Primetime opportunity there, but unable to hang on to it was Chris Tall. Set up a 4th and 5. This is just about do or die for Floral Park in their comeback attempt. With 2:19 left in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers left. Neuronis takes the snap, throws, caught by Tall for a first down, or right on the marker. Did he get it? He's right there. The official marks off the spot. You can be sure they're going to Well, I thought they were going to measure, certainly, but the officials say clear first down. Agavino on the opposite sideline saying, can you look at it? Officials think it was evident. So the throw of the day, you could argue. Maybe the throw of the young career for Chris Neuronis. And now they bring out the yardage markers, so this will be crucial. Essentially for the game, if you're Floral Park. Have to take advantage of this opportunity. They stretch it out. Looks like it's going to be oh so close, and by the nose of the football, a first down for the Floral Park Knights. Absolutely a game of inches. And the Knights on the better side of it that time. Big time play from Neuronis. Certainly picking up steam on this drive and in this second half. Neuronis give up the middle. Padalano tackled immediately. Nothing doing that time. Coming from the back end to corral him was Aiden Mandel. Stands at 6'4", 195 pounds. He's a big kid in there. On that right defensive end spot, near side of your screen. Sets up a second down from the 11. Neuronis looking right. Good throw. Out wide. Oh, it's so close. They'll get down to about the 2. Catch that time from number 80, Anthony Martella. Another excellent look from Neuronis, leading Martella perfectly. Ball is on about the half-yard marker. Neuronis under center for the first time all game. Quick give to Padalano. Flag flies in. So we'll see what the call is. It looked like Padalano was stopped just short regardless. Well, penalty is going to go against Floral Park. And whatever it is, it's going to be a backbreaker, as they were right on the precipice of goal. Looks like they jumped a little early. They'll get pushed back to the 6. All right. Really about the 5.5. And that changes the personnel package for Ron Pickett. Good news is still first down, so they have 4 plays to gain 6 yards. Padalano stays in at running back. Receiver near side is Chris Tall. Operating on the slot is Stabinski. Neuronis looking left, throwing over the middle. Touchdown, Floral Park. Drew Stabinski snags it. First touchdown pass of Chris Neuronis' high school career on the varsity level in the books. And it comes at an absolutely crucial time for the Floral Park Knights. The Knights will go for the extra point, delaying the opportunity to go for 2. Kick right down the middle for Thomas Curcio. And Floral Park is officially back in this game, down by 15 with 42 seconds left in the first half. Let's take a look at that replay. Neuronis immediately under pressure, kept his eyes down the field, and hit a wide open Stabinski. Excellent poise that time from the sophomore. And we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Back to action. Thomas Curcio to send it for Floral Park. Ron Pickett calls Curcio a real weapon for this Knights team. You see how strong the leg is on the first kickoff of the half. And now a chance for a return from Michael Cristofari. Cristofari speeding into the tackle from the kicker Curcio, who was just about the last line of defense for North Shore. That one, or for Floral Park rather, that one was well blocked by North Shore. So Floral Park will come out on defense. North Shore, though, looking like they're just going to let the quarter tick down. And that's the end of quarter number 3. Big-time drive from Floral Park to get back into it. The score for the third quarter, 7-7, 22-7 overall. Will come back for the final quarter, this opening game for both teams on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. North Shore starts off on their own 38, boasting a 15-point lead. Man in motion is Scarola. He'll get it on the jet sweep, trying to find the edge on the right side. Now he bounces back, dodging tackles, but finally the men in red able to catch up to him, and Scarola goes down in a heap. So Scarola, after all that dancing, ends up right back on the 38. DeSimone give up the middle and a whole lot of room. The third string running back, Philip LaRosa, sprinting into open space. Or excuse me, that time it was Dimitri on the run, wearing number 29 this game. They said they'd ride the hot hand, and right now it's Dimitri. Longest run on the day for North Shore there. And they're back in positive territory. First down on the 33. Ledin, who has 2 touchdowns already, powers his way close to another first. Those jet sweeps have been absolutely killer, stretching the defense wide, and then the power game down the middle with Dimitri and Ryan Murphy has worked wonders for this North Shore attack. Looking to put this one away here as they continue to run clock by running the ball. Already a minute and a half done in this fourth. Murphy up the middle, or excuse me, this time Dimitri again. Flag flies in after Dimitri easily gained the first down and broke into the red zone. That one will come right back, though. A hold, and it looked like it went against Anthony Caparella. And that'll set North Shore back quite a bit and give Floral Park a realistic shot at getting a stop. It looked like North Shore was rolling their way to what would be a game-sealing touchdown, or just about a game-sealing touchdown. Floral Park always, or North Shore rather, looking to run behind their tackles. Andrew Franco, Lorenzo Racin. to Simon Gibb. Sprinting outside is Murphy. Quite a bit of space. Picks up an excellent block by Ledin. Now he crosses field. Murphy trying to win to the corner. Running a stiff arm, powering inside the 5. Epic run that time from Ryan Murphy. Great job setting up his block, sprinting cross field, and erasing that penalty right off the board, setting up a 1st and goal at the 3. Timeout taken by Floral Park. And we'll take a look at the replay here. So Murphy, look at that, bouncing off a tackle, and how about that juke? The change of direction beat the entire Floral Park defense. Had a real chance to get to the edge. It took some great hustle on the other side to stop him. Specifically, Marco Montreal was able to come in and force him out of play. So now we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. North Shore threatening once again. Back on the Varsity Media Sports Network, Ryan Murphy erasing what looked to be a crucial holding penalty, but simply ripping off the run of the day. It went about 32 yards in total. A winding sprint to bring his Vikings inside the 5. And here we go. It's DeSimone out of the shotgun. Philip LaRosa, the power back, the 3rd stringer, in to try and finish it off. And he'll get down to about the 1. Second and goal, just a yard more, and North Shore will have just about wrapped this one up. This drive looking like it's going to take at least 4 minutes off the clock. DeSimone still operating out of the shotgun, though. LaRosa, the running back, in. Give up the middle. LaRosa instead goes left, and an excellent play in the defensive backfield to stop the seemingly inevitable touchdown. Knifing in to make that play was William McGovern, 5'11", 165-pound backup linebacker. It's a great job by number 34, and it'll set up 3rd and goal. Little extra juice in there on the left side with Aiden Martell into block. They go the other way, right up the middle with Murphy, who will fall in for 6. Still no sign from the officials. Now make it official. 28-7. North Shore goes up. North Shore has dominated this game on the lines, and that continues in the red zone, powering their way home despite a spirited effort from their counterparts on the Vikings, or on the Knights. Jackson Cooperman trying to go 3 for 3 on extra points on the day. He does so with ease. And North Shore goes up by 22. And here's a look at the replay on that touchdown. Pure power, Ryan Murphy just falling forward into the end zone as North Shore looks like they're going to run away with this one. We'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Interested in sponsoring a live stream broadcast? Varsity Media Streams offer tremendous visibility for your business. Contact us today at 866-577-1950 for rates and packages.
Thanks for joining us back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. North Shore goes up by 22 in a matchup between the preseason 11th seed and 12th seed in Group 3 on Long Island. North Shore considered to be the slightly better team in the preseason. That has played out, coming off a 2-6 season. Again, a lot more experience, returned essentially their entire team from last year. And they look like it's going to be a different story. We've seen the dominance on the defensive line from Franco, coming off a season where he had 80 tackles and 3 sacks. Will Scarola has a touchdown coming off a year where he had 800 all-purpose yards and 7 touchdowns. Jack Ledin has emerged as a newfound star. As Padalano tries to search for some room here. Now he explodes to the left. He finds quite a bit of it as Padalano continues to put up a spirited effort in what's looking like it's ultimately going to be a loss for Floral Park. On the bright side, at the end of the first half and into the second, we've seen some flashes from their precocious quarterback, Chris Neuronis, nearly throwing a touchdown to end half number 1, and then last drive successfully doing so, connecting with Drew Stabinski for 6 with a man right in his face. Had a nice run. And an opportunity to build off of it here. Down by 22 with 7 minutes to go. They start off at the 45. And that's not going to help. Going down hard in the backfield that time was Taj Buckner. And nominally the 4th running back is Buckner, getting some run by Ron Pickett in this second half. Sprinting into motion now is Talik Nelson, number 9. And they have 4 running backs, but Ron Pickett doesn't look at that as an issue. He thinks it's such an asset in terms of how much versatility they have in moving those guys around, putting a lot of speed on the field. It's Floral Park. Ron Pickett didn't like what he saw, so he took a timeout, and we'll take a break with him on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So we're back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this one. North Shore in total control as they look to put together a bounce-back season. Floral Park unable to continue the momentum they built at the end of last year in this opening game. Again, they won 3 of their last 4 games, 4 of their last 6 overall. But after losing star quarterback Mitchell Kozak, it's going to be a little bit of a rebuild on offense with just a sophomore back there in Neuronis. A nice pass that time to get it over to Nelson, who somehow was able to stay on his feet and pick up about 5 yards. Excellent second effort there from Talik Nelson. Stands at 6'1", 180. Neuronis, good job ensuring Nelson lined up correctly there. Now he'll hand it off to Buckner, who will pick up a couple. Going right. Interesting call there on 3rd and long to run the ball. Little conservative for Ron Pickett given the situation, but perhaps not wanting to expose Neuronis to a hit, or he saw something in the way. His opponents were lined up. Neuronis fell down that time. Man in his face was Aiden Mandel, who shows off some good sportsmanship, picking Neuronis up. You hope Neuronis didn't get injured on the play. Seems to be all right, so we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Just under 5 minutes to go in this one. Back to action here at Floral Park High School. their homecoming game sufficiently ruined by North Shore, who has dominated this one throughout. But again, a full season ahead. And with such a young quarterback, one of the few teams in Conference 3 starting a sophomore, have a lot to look forward to, and you can expect rapid progression, or at least some form of progress from Chris Naronis throughout the year. As we look ahead to Floral Park's remaining schedule, they'll take on Lynbrook next week, traveling there to play one of the better teams on the island. Then Roosevelt at home, back-to-back road games against Mineola and Division after that. DeSimone looks to continue to build on what's been an excellent debut all in all, despite throwing a pick to open this second half. His team is certainly compensated for it. And this running game is absolutely rolled as La Rosa takes that carry for a couple. Spot the ball on the Floral Park 47. Set up a 2nd and 6. Give up the middle, and taken down quickly that time is Dimitri. As North Shore continues to drain time, under 4 minutes to go in this one now. 3rd down for the Vikings coming up. As they'll start to look ahead for their game next week against Wantagh. That should be some tough competition. Wantagh, some very athletic kids who also star on the lacrosse team there. They travel to Glen Cove, get Hewlett at home, go to Bethpage on October 12th before finishing off the season with Mineola Division and a trip to Valley Stream North. So timeout taken on 3rd down. 3.5 minutes to go in this one. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the North Shore Vikings when we come back. Third and 5 coming up for the North Shore Vikings. Remember, we're going to have coverage for you all season on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Our game of the week every Saturday. Give left side, La Rosa shaking off tackles. And getting all the way down to the 35. So not exclusively on Saturdays. We'll have consistent live streams of Long Island football here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Actually had 2 games this week to open the season. Southside picking up a big win last night. Shotgun this time for DeSimone. They continue to run, and they're going to pick up another touchdown. Excellent speed that time from Jackson Cooperman, the kicker. 5'9", 160 pounds, his first carry of the game, and he takes it 35 yards for 6. North Shore will finish this one on a high note. That offensive line has absolutely controlled this second half. Ryan Murphy had the big run last drive, and now Cooperman getting in and speeding untouched up the middle. for another North Shore touchdown. Cooperman kicks his own extra point. How often do you see that happen? 7 points in 2 plays for Jackson Cooperman. And North Shore is rolling up by 29 as we'll come back for the final 3 minutes of this one on the Varsity Media Sports Network, but not before taking a look at this replay. And look how much room this offensive line creates on the counter. You saw the left guard that time flip positions. It was number 52, Lorenzo Ryson, the left tackle. We were told he's one of their better offensive linemen pregame, one of the most mobile guys on the offensive line. And you saw it right there, an excellent block to spring Cooperman up the middle. So now I got a little ahead of myself. We'll take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So we'll get one final look at the Floral Park offense in the final 2:46 of this one. And that's a good thing if you're Chris Neuronis. Chance to build some momentum as Stubinski takes this one back left alley, finding a little bit of room and approaching the 50-yard line. So an excellent return from Stubinski, who has the only touchdown on the day for Floral Park. Neuronis, you figure at this point, just needs as many reps as he can possibly get. It's such an adjustment to the speed of varsity. Again, he had to beat out 2 other quarterbacks, including Stubinski, to win the starting job. And Ron Pickett had every opportunity to remove him, try and test someone else in the second half, and he's putting all of his faith in the sophomore, saying, look, you're the guy. If you continue to develop correctly, that could be a 3-year starter for us. Could eventually turn into a really strong starting quarterback in this league. It's going to take as many opportunities as possible to get there. Neuronis stays in the game. Gives wide to Buckner. Buckner sprinting cross field. Ran about 30 yards to pick up 5. And that brings up a 2nd and 5 with 2:20 to go. Dan Padalano had his moments running the ball in the second half, but now they try a couple of different options. Montreal, a nice dash there up the middle. And an excellent job by Carter Thomas, their star center, finally generating some movement against what's largely been a dominant defensive front for North Shore. You got to figure some of the backups are in there now for the Vikings. Montreal going right this time, shakes off an initial tackler, but absolutely refusing to give up was Daniel Seringer that time as the 5'9" senior outside backer. He's able to pull him down from behind. Again, Marco still a younger player for this Floral Park team. Just a junior. As Neuronis shows off some of the speed there, shaking off a couple tackles, somehow still on his feet, ducked another one. The officials blew him dead. I didn't think he ever went out of bounds there. Looked like he was still alive on the right sideline. Officials saw it differently. But Neuronis shows you why he won the starting job on that run. Totally wrapped up, or bottled up rather, and able to dodge about 5 defenders in the space of a relatively small closet. Neuronis, they just haven't given him a whole lot of chances to use his legs. Again, leverage on the run there created by the OL. Taking full advantage of it was Buckner. So minute to go, and to at least make this game a little bit more cosmetically appealing for North Shore. Neuronis give up the middle. Power game not too strong that time for Talik Nelson. Clock winding under 40. Floral Park not going to take a timeout. They're going to let the clock continue to go down. Neuronis give again to Nelson. Nelson trying to find space. He cannot. The defense standing strong for North Shore as Lenny Scarola, who I apologize to again for miscrediting with a drop in the first half. He does not play offense or for Floral Park. And Daniel Seringer combined for the tackle. 6 seconds left on the clock. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to quite get another play off. And that'll do it. A 36-7 season opening win for the North Shore Vikings over the Floral Park Knights here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. A dominant debut for North Shore's new quarterback, James DeSimone, and even more impressive was the running game for the Vikings. Particularly in the second half, that three-headed monster at running back, Philip LaRosa, Ryan Murphy, and Forrest Dimitri combining to just bulldoze this Floral Park side. And who can forget Jackson Cooperman, their starting kicker, picking up 25 or 35 yards on that final touchdown jaunt. So an impressive start for North Shore. Disappointing for Floral Park, but they will have the services of an improved Chris Neuronis next week, playing his second game. A rocky start for the sophomore, but nowhere to go but up from here. For our entire crew at the Varsity Media Sports Network, I'm Gavin Shaw, signing off from Floral Park.